To our meditation time together today, I would invite you to settle into the spot where you have found yourself here for these few minutes that we have. And first and foremost, get yourself physically comfortable, but still allow yourself just to feel that energy flowing up and down the midline of your body as you breathe in and out. So get into a position where the body won't be a distraction, but you still feel alert and aware. And once you kind of find that sweet spot, I would invite you just to close your eyes. And then begin to notice your breath. Let the breath tell the story of this day. Whatever's brought you up to this moment, just let the breath really honor how you feel in this moment. Don't try to control it just yet. Just pay attention. Just witness it. So often we rush into things, we want to change and fix so quickly. But if we can learn to pause for just a couple breaths and really honor where and how we are in this moment, it will make our journey into the next moments so much sweeter. So then with that same awareness, let's begin to breathe in nice and slowly and deeply together. So take a long, slow, deep breath in. And then just blow it out. A nice slow breath in. Exhale, let it go. And another like that in. And release it out. And let's go and seal our lips. Breathe in again. And let's breathe out through the nose. And in and out. And allow that flow to help you shift into the pace that feels right for you. Just finding some intentionality with how you are breathing, but still through it all, honoring how and where you are in this moment. And so we're on this journey for these next several times that we're together. We started talking a few days ago about this root energy that's in all of us. And I'm going to just take us through this energy journey over these next several days. And you don't have to hear them all, but we're going to discover each one individually and then collectively begin to see ourselves as these beings who are just filled with vibrant, amazing, life-giving energy. And so before we head into the journey for these few minutes that we have today, I want to start with a quote by Ram Dass that I think really frames what this particular energy center really means. He's quoted as saying, "We are all affecting the world every moment, whether we mean to or not. Our actions and our states of mind matter. And they matter because we are so deeply interconnected with one another." And so just think about that for just the next few breaths. Even if we don't mean to, our actions, our state of mind, it's felt by other people. It's felt by the rooms where we sit and where we are. It's felt by the people that we interact with. It's felt in nature. And you all know how true this is because you've been in situations where you've been around someone who is really in a dark space. And you can feel that energy just emitting from their soul. You can almost physically feel the pain and the dissatisfaction and the brokenness that they're feeling. And so the same is true in what he says, that we are so interconnected that our thoughts, our actions really do matter. And with that idea, I want to journey for these next few minutes into this one energy center that in Sanskrit is called Svadhisthana, your sacral center of your body. It's located above your tailbone, below your belly button, right in that sweet spot in the low part of your back. That spot that sometimes you feel a little bit of pain, a little bit of tension. But I bring our attention here because that is the center of our joy, our creativity, our passion. And so I would propose, as we spend these minutes together, what if we begin to nurture and develop this joy energy within us? How would that reflect the quote from Ram Dass when he talked about us affecting the world every moment? If we spent time nurturing and developing the things that bring us joy, the things that we feel passionate about, the things that we deeply care about, don't you think people would feel that when they were around us? They may not be able to articulate exactly what they're feeling or experiencing, but they would feel something is different about you. Even if you weren't vocalizing or demonstrating what this joy center really represents within you, just the fact that you're nurturing it and you're developing it, the world would begin to be affected by it. And so we're going to spend today and probably our next time together just really beginning to nurture this spot within us. And so I'd first just invite you, wherever you are, seated or lying down or in whatever position you have found yourself, again, just to really let the spine just lengthen and grow long and just feel the vibrancy of the breath going up and down. And then turn your mind's attention to that sacral spot. Just kind of imagine right above your tailbone, right below your belly button, that spot. And then I want to give you the same kind of ideas, these visualizations, these sounds that I did for the last one, because we all learn differently. I want to start with the color and let you see it. And then I want to move to the Bija mantra, the sound that's associated, the vibration that comes with it so you can hear it. And then I want to give you something to visualize so that you have something concrete for you that has connection. And then I want to give you an affirmation. So that whether you learn auditorily or visually or with a concrete representation or with words, I want to give you the tools to really start to nurture that part of you. Investing in the things that bring you joy, the things that you are passionate about. And for some of us, it might have been a long time since we've thought about such things. And so we're going to start off paying attention right there with our mind's eye to that spot in that sacral area of our body. And I would invite you just to picture the color orange. That's the color that's associated with it. And so the shade of orange that you see is going to be unique to you. But when you see the color orange, just imagine the depth of that color. Does it look more like something in nature? Does it look like fire? Is there some article of clothing that's a favorite of yours that you associate it with? Is there some memory, a favorite flower? There's so many ways, but just see the color orange. And for those of you that learn more auditorily, I want to share with you the vibrational sound that's associated with that spot of our energy. And so just listen to the sound. It doesn't have a translation, it doesn't have a meaning, it's just a vibration. And for that sacral spot of our joy center, the sound is VUM, VUM, VUM. We were given these mantras thousands of years ago so that we could feel the vibrational quality of whatever it is that we're trying to nurture and develop within us. And for today, it's the joy center. And the sound is VUM. And then for those of you that need a concrete visualization to give this meaning, I would invite you here in this minute, you picture the one thing, the one place, the one person that no matter what is going on in your life, when you see or encounter it, you cannot help but smile. It could be a special thing in your home. It could be a place that you've visited that's your spot. It could be a really important person in your life. but to the point that no matter what is going wrong in the world, when you see this thing or this place or this person, inevitably a smile comes to your face. I feel that way about my grandkids, that no matter how wrong things are in the day, when I get a text from one or I see a face, I smile. So what does it for you? And I would tell you, that's a representation of your sacral energy, your joy center. And then I want to share with you an affirmation. So for those of you that words are really how you define things and where your meaning comes from, listen to this affirmation that's associated with this part of our body. It says, I let go of past hurts that keep me from experiencing joy. I let go of past hurts that keep me from experiencing joy. For some of you, that is real here in this moment. And for some, there are things in the past that you know you've struggled with, but maybe you've already let them go. But just imagine, it's really hard to get to the joy when your grip and your attention is on our past hurts. I let go of past hurts that keep me from experiencing joy. And so I would invite each of you, and I'm going to do it as well. I'm going to just get quiet for the next several breaths. And whether it was the color of the orange or the visualization of the thing that makes you smile or the sound of VUM or the words of really committing to let go of these past hurts, I would just invite you to sit, and through your breath and your concentration and your focus, let's nurture that part of us. Let's show care to that area of our being. The same way that you provide healthy, good foods for yourself, the same way that you move your body in good ways, you have to nourish. You have to care for the energetic parts of you as well. Because there's not one of us who would say, joy is not that important. But rather, we all want it. We hunger for it. And so let's just sit and picture it. What does joy look like for you? And as you're sitting and you're visualizing and you're practicing this idea of developing it, nurturing it, I would now ask each of us, what's been getting in the way of it? What are the things, the schedules, the interruptions, the anger, the bitterness? And I can fill in the blank with so many things, but for each of us, what has been getting in the way of you experiencing joy every single day? And then my last question for each of us, including myself, is, are you willing to do something different from this point forward? You've seen the joy. You know what it is to feel this overwhelming passion about something or someone or someplace. But what gets in the way of you feeling that every single day, many, many times? It's not something that we feel at noon and then we check it off the list and we're done. It is something that needs to be pervasive throughout our day, throughout our entire human experience. So you've seen the thing that brings you joy and passion. Hopefully you've recognized the thing that's getting in the way. And now for each of us, the question is, are we willing to do something about it? And before we sit with that question for this next moment or so, I want to validate the reality of where we all live, the world that we all function in every day. And there are challenges that come across our path every day, multiple times. And choosing joy does not mean that those things are not going to happen. It just means that as the challenges come, or the traffic interferes with our path, literally or metaphorically, we will not let those things rob us of experiencing joy. The same way we can let go of the past hurts, can we let go of the stuff that's going to happen tomorrow and the day after that? Because we realize that as important it is for us to eat nourishing foods, it is just as important that we nourish and we nurture the center of joy within us. And so let's just sit with the question. I know, of course, the answer is a resounding yes, but then let's just sit with what does that look like for you and for me? Are we willing to do something about it? And be ready to let go as soon as those things come across our path and try to distract us from the joy. And as you continue to breathe, just taking slow breaths in and out, I want to close out our time with those words by Ram Dass, and then I'm going to add my little part to it as we finish up. He said, we're all affecting the world every moment, whether we mean to or not. Our actions and our states of mind matter because we are so deeply interconnected with one another. And then I would add to that, and we deserve to feel joy every single day. And we deserve to be in the presence of others who are doing the same. So just imagine here collectively and individually, I nurture my joy, you nurture yours, and then we come into the same space together. And all of a sudden, what we've done begins to impact someone else. Let's let go of what hasn't even happened yet and instead focus on nourishing this energy center of our joy. Namaste.